Hey team, just a quick video on this 1.8 Assure HD raking panel that we're putting into schools. The reason this one's actually really good is it's a raking panel, which means it can follow the contour of the ground. When you have a stepped panel, you end up having to put steps in the top and it doesn't always look consistent, especially on long runs. So this is why we opt for the raking panel. The second thing is that it maintains its height. Obviously it has a consistent height the whole way around. It is put together a little bit differently. You can see there's this small hole in the bottom, that's to allow the rake, and there's also one underneath and at the top, but this one at the bottom is visible. As opposed to having a static panel which is welded, there'll be no hole at the bottom, so you have to be aware of that. It's put on with these 65mm aluminium posts, and it does come up really good. You can change the profile so it actually kind of goes along. You can have a look all the way up there. We've done all the way up the hill. See how it's going up the hill up there? It's quite nice how it can just sort of hug the hill and follow the contour instead of having steps. Often with a stepped panel you end up with gaps underneath on the high side. If the hill's sloping down from left to right this way, you end up with a gap on this side. And obviously with schools you don't want to have a gap underneath a fence, because kids can escape. A lot of these fences are put in for escaping children. So yeah, you can just see it's a pretty heavy duty panel. There's a lot of panels out there that don't have a 25mm vertical. I wouldn't recommend putting anything in below 25 for kids, because they are pretty strong. They're going to ride their bike into it. They're going to do all sorts of things to it. So you definitely need a 25mm panel that's super strong, and it's also quite lightweight. So yeah, if you've got a school, or you're a principal at a school, or you're a project management company doing projects, would love to work with you on these. This panel's got a 10-year guarantee. One thing to look out with some of the people that are importing panels haven't vetted the powder coating process, and what you'll find is that some of them aren't even powder coated, they're just sprayed. They have a primer and a spray on it. There's no powder coating. And the second thing is there's a lot of fading that goes on with powder coating. You might get someone to do a fence and it looks great for the first sort of month or so, and then after the sun gets on it, the paint starts to fade, and so you get a very dull chalk-like almost finish. You can see this finish is a proper powder coating finish. You can see the shine on it. That's how you know it's good quality. So we only do good quality stuff. That's why we're called Strong Fencing. We'd love to work with you on your project. We also do a bunch of gates. You can see over there. It's miles away. It's miles away. There it is. We did this double gate. That one's actually got a raking bottom on it. Raking bottom. That sounds interesting. But yeah, the gates have to be put in with 100 by 100 posts. But yeah, there's a lot of considerations with schools. Obviously, health and safety. Making sure that the kids are safe. You've got to work when the kids aren't around. And you've got to make sure that the boundary in the school is secure, especially with transit for vehicles. That's our vehicle over there, making sure that there's no kids around. Cool. Hope that makes sense. If you're doing a school fence, hit us up at sales@strongfencing.co.nz, or go to strongfencing.co.nz. Have a great day. See you. Bye.